the army of the future look like? It looks like you.
Technology will help us do incredible things, but nothing can do what a soldier can do.
You've recently been adopted as a parliamentary candidate for the Ulster Unionist Party. You're a military leader. You become a successful businessman. You've written a book. You've made documentary film. Why politics?
I think what we have to do is to waken up and realise that the battle that the Ukrainians are fighting for their liberty through the illegal invasion from Russia, that if they do not win that, we're next. And we are, first of all, we're not sufficiently supporting the Ukrainians towards the victory that is essential to us as well as them. And secondly, we're not making any provision for the case where they would fail and they collapse and we're next. And we need to be doing both of those things. So we need to up our game in terms of supporting the Ukrainians, that they can find a just peace and liberate their country, every inch of it, from Russian occupation. And secondly, we need to be prepared to defend ourselves, because as Field Marshal Henry Wilson, who also stood as a candidate in North Down, once said, it's useless having an army big enough to invite trouble, but it's not large enough to do anything about it. And that's where we're at the moment. So we're going to have to up our defence spending. At the same time, we're going to have to increase our support for the people of Ukraine, that they can win their victory on our behalf.
There's been a bit of talk this week about the possible return of conscription. Briefly, can you ever see circumstances in which that might happen?
We may have no choice. The recruiting system that the armed forces has failed miserably, and in reaction to that, the government just keeps renewing the contract. When I was a commanding officer, I took a battalion over that was 250 undermanned. I threw out another 47 odd undesirables. And I then went out and recruited to full strength within 2 years. It can be done, but what can't be done is through the current contracts, which have clearly failed. And if they can recruit, we'll have to go to conscription. I'd prefer not to, but that's the only alternative.
And if they can recruit, we'll have to go to conscription. I'd prefer not to, but that's the only alternative.
What does the army of the future look like? It looks
like you.
It looks
like you.
I prefer not to, but that's the only alternative.